Good afternoon, children. Welcome to our English class. In today's class, we are going to learn about pronouns. Okay. So, what is a pronoun? Suppose if we want to say about a particular person, if we want to talk about a particular person. Suppose Sita. And Sita is a good girl. Sita comes to school regularly. Sita does her homework regularly. Sita plays tennis very well. Sita likes to eat sweets. So, if we want to say more about any person, we won't use Sita. We will not use their name repeatedly. Instead of using that name repeatedly, we will use some words like Sita is a good girl. She comes to school regularly. She does her homework regularly. She helps others. Like that. So instead of saying Sita for several times, we use the word she. So that word she is known as pronoun. So what are pronouns? The words which we use in the place of noun. So a pronoun is a word which is used in the place of noun. Okay? See. Let us see one more example. I ordered pizza. It was delicious. So, who ordered pizza? I. I am not saying my name. So, instead of my name, I am saying I. So, I is also a pronoun here. I ordered a pizza. It was delicious. What was delicious? Pizza. I am talking about pizza. So, the pizza was delicious. Instead of pizza, which word I used? It. So it is also pronoun here. One more sentence. I will reach the stadium in an hour. Here we will reach the stadium in an hour. Here we, instead of several members, I along with some members will reach the stadium in an hour. So we did not say the names of those persons who are going to reach the stadium. But instead of those names, we used we here. So, plural. Next, Rustum is going on a holiday with his friends. They will reach Manali on 4th June. So, here in this sentence, Rustum is going on a holiday. With whom? With his friends. So, they will reach Manali on 4th June. Here in plural we use they. The word pronoun, the pronoun they is used in plural. Okay. Rustum along with his friends. We refer all of them like they with the word they. Okay. It is very cold today. What is very cold? The day. So instead of the day, we are saying it is very cold today. Okay. So the words I, she, it, we, they, these are called pronouns. We use these words instead of nouns. Okay. Do you know, children, how many kinds of pronouns are there? We learnt in adjectives and its kinds. Here also 6 types of pronouns are there. Same. Personal, interrogative, demonstrative, emphatic, reflective and possessive. Okay, let us learn them one by one. Okay, what are personal pronouns? Personal pronouns are the pronouns which we use instead of personal nouns. What are personal nouns? The special names given to a particular person, place, thing or animal. So, if we use any words instead of naming personal nouns, Those words are personal pronouns. For example, my parents have a house in Nainital. Who have who have a house in Nainital? My parents. We stay there in summer. So instead of my parents, which word I am using? Instead of parents, I and myself and my parents, along with me, my parents live in, we have a house in Nainital. So I myself and my parents, including both of us, we say we stay in summer. So we is personal pronoun here. Okay. You have to work harder to pass the test. Here, you, instead of using your name, I am referring you as you. So I am not using the name, I am just referring you with a pronoun. Okay, the dog is feeling hot, it is panting. So we are talking about the noun dog, name of a animal. So it is a dog is a noun. Instead of dog we are using it. It is panting. So it is pronoun here. These pronouns are called personal pronouns. So because they are used in the place of names of people and animals. So if we use any noun in the place of names of people, animals, things, places, those pronouns are personal pronouns. So what is the definition of pronouns? Pronouns are personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are the pronouns which we use instead of people's names or things, the name of things and places and so on. Okay. Here in personal pronouns we use there are first person, second person and singular third persons. What are first person? First person refer to the speaker. So who is speaking? I am speaking now. So I am called the first person. So the speaker is called first person. They are I, we, me and us. So the speaker is singular. If the speaker is singular, we use I or me. If several members are talking, we are talking about several. So we use we, us. Okay. Next. What is second person? Second person is with whom we are talking to. So the personal pronoun of second person is you. Okay, whether it is singular or plural we use you only. So who is then the third person? About whom we are talking, it becomes the third person. Okay, who is third person? About whom we are talking. So the speaker is first person and to whom we are talking, that person is second, and about whom we are talking, they are known as the third person. So second person is always you only, either in singular or plural, and the third person are the words which we use in third person are he, him, she, her, it when they are singular, and in plural we use they and them. Okay, we need to remember all these things, children. Otherwise we'll get confused afterwards. Okay, so the pronouns I, we, you, he, she, it, they are used as subjects of sentences. So like subjects we use the pronouns in the sentences. Okay, yeah. See, I'll give you one more some examples. Hema went to the theatre, but she lost her tickets there. So here, Hema is a name of a person and She is the pronoun we used here. She lost her tickets. Okay. Next. It is a good idea. What is a good idea? We don't know, but it refers to subject. We are using it as a subject. Some idea they gave. Idea is here we are talking about, and it is a good idea. Okay. Sheena, you are an intelligent girl. So we are talking to Sheena and saying that she is an intelligent girl. You are an intelligent girl. In this sentence, we are talking to Sheena and we are saying that she is intelligent. Here we used a pronoun you. You are an intelligent girl. Okay. So these are personal pronouns. What are personal pronouns? I, we, he, him, she, it, you. These are personal pronouns. Next. Demonstrative pronouns. What are demonstrative pronouns? See. When we want to show something, the pronouns that are used to point out specific persons or things, we use demonstrative pronouns. They are this, that, these, those. Like in demonstrative adjectives, same, like the same, how we used how we used this, that, these, those. To point out anything, we use only these four words. This, that, these, those. These are demonstrative pronouns. This is a cat. That is a book. Those are flowers. These are crows. These are in these words. This, that, these, those. These words are demonstrative pronouns. These words we use to point out or show something. Okay. Here is your book. This is your textbook. That is your HW. So these words refer to the nouns. Okay. We are showing the nouns. Suppose this is a cat. We are showing that cat. That is my book. So we are showing the book. Those are ducks. We are pointing out those ducks. These are crows. We are showing the crows. When we are showing anything, we use these demonstrative pronouns. Okay. What is the difference between demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives? I will tell you. See. Look here. This is my neighbor's cat. In this sentence, we are saying that some cat is our neighbor's cat. This cat belongs to my neighbor. Here we used the noun just after the demonstrative word, which is this here. This, after this, if noun comes, it becomes demonstrative adjective. Suppose after this any verb comes, it becomes demonstrative pronoun. So in the first sentence, this is my neighbor's cat. That in the second sentence, this cat belongs to my neighbor. Remember that these two sentences. In the first sentence, each pair, this, not pair, this refers to the noun cat. And in the second sentence, this, in the second sentence, this give more information about the cat. See. In the first sentence, these are scented candles. These candles are in the first, in each pair, these refer to cat and candles. In the second sentence is pair. give more information about the nouns. They are demonstrative adjectives. Children, I will explain this thing one more time. This is my neighbor's cat. That cat belongs to my neighbor. This is one set of sentences, and these are scented candles. These candles are scented. So these are two sets of sentences. In the first sentence, each pair, this and these, refer to the nouns cat and candles. What are these two sentences? This is my neighbor's cat and these are scented candles. Here we are referring to the nouns cat and candles. They are demonstrative pronouns. So here verb came after this and these. Let us see the two second sentences. This cat belongs to my neighbor. These candles are scented. Here we are giving more information about the subject or a noun. That is my neighbor, and the cat belongs to my neighbor. That means we are giving more information about the nouns cat and candles. Okay, not neighbor, cat and candles. These candles are scented. So we are saying more about the candles. So when we are saying anything more about noun, that becomes an adjective. So in these two pairs, the second sentences refer to demonstrative adjectives and the first two sentences are demonstrative pronouns. So generally in demonstrative pronouns, verb come after the demonstrative pronoun. Okay, I think it is clear now for you. Okay, now the next one is interrogative pronouns. So interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions about the noun. Okay, they are whose, who, which and what. So what are interrogative pronouns? Who, whose, which and what. Who is that boy? Who is that man? Whose is this book? Which is your seat? What is his intention? So these are some examples. Okay, what is the difference between interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives? Like the same words are used in interrogative adjectives also. So don't get confused. I will teach you the difference between interrogative adjective and interrogative pronoun. So here let us take help of example. Which is your umbrella? Which umbrella do you want to buy? See, in these two sentences, which is used. But what is the difference? Which is in the sentence, which is your umbrella, after the interrogative pronoun which is comes after the pronoun. So whenever in interrogative pronoun, if we use verb just after it, it is interrogative pronoun. And if we are giving more information or asking more about anything, which umbrella do you want to buy? So that becomes demonstrative adjectives. Okay. The first sentence, which refer to the noun umbrella, and in the second sentence, umbrella, which gives more about, we are asking more information about the noun umbrella. So when we are asking more information about anything or asking more information about noun, that becomes adjective. Okay, when we are talking about anything, any noun, that is a interrogative pronoun. That is the difference. Easy way to identify is if you see any helping verb after the interrogative word who, whose, which, what. After these words, if you see any helping verb like is, are, like if you see any verb, so that is interrogative pronoun. And if you see any name, I mean any noun, that is interrogative adjective. So it is an easy way of remembering. In when you come to 6th class, you will elaboratively you will learn each and everything. Okay, yeah. So what is today's date? That is interrogative pronoun. And what day is it today? That is interrogative adjective. Here same what is used and same words who, whose, which, what can be used for referring interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives also. The difference is if it is followed with a verb, it is interrogative pronoun, and if it is followed by a noun, it is interrogative adjective. Okay, let us see the next type. And what is that? Reflexive pronouns. What are reflexive pronouns? Reflexive pronouns are pronouns that are used as objects of the verb, okay, or the receiver of the action, and refer to the same person, thing as the subject are called. Okay, they are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Examples are I am teaching myself French. He enjoyed himself. They helped themselves. Whom did they help? They helped themselves. Object. Here themselves is an object. He enjoyed himself. Himself is object. What is an object? Which receives the action. Who enjoyed? He enjoyed himself. Okay. So subject, and if the subject and object is the same, that is called reflexive pronoun. In reflexive pronoun, both the subject and the object will be the same. He enjoyed himself. They helped themselves. Okay, I am teaching myself French. Okay, these are examples for reflexive pronouns. Okay. In each of these sentences, the subject or the doer of the action and the object, the receiver of the action, are same. Okay, we need to remember that. The pronouns used as the objects of the verbs refer back to the subjects. So, the objects refer to the subject only. Excuse me, children. Reflexive pronouns are always used as objects of verbs. So, in reflexive pronouns, pronouns are used as objects. Okay? And let us see one more kind of pronouns, that is emphatic pronouns. So, I'll read out some sentences. Listen. I myself admitted making the mistake. The actor himself came to meet his fans. They themselves decided to end their quarrel. So the pronouns here, myself, himself, themselves, are used for emphasizing, giving emphasis. If we want to say anything strongly, we use these emphatic pronouns. I myself admitted. No one had forced me. I myself admitted making the mistake. So we are emphasizing on ourselves. The actor himself came to meet his fans. So he came himself. No one forced him. No one asked him to come, but he himself came. So if we want to give that emphasis, we use these emphatic pronouns. Some pronouns draw attention to the subject and take the same forms as reflexive pronouns. These are called emphatic pronouns. And emphatic pronouns draw attention to the subject and are never used as objects of the verb. So the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronouns is, if the emphasis is given on the object, it is reflexive pronoun. And when the emphasis is given on subject, it is emphatic pronoun. And what is subject here? In the sentence, the actor himself came to meet his fan. What is subject here? The subject is the actor. The actor. And we are emphasizing the actor here. The actor himself came to meet his fans. So we place the emphasis on actor. That means the subject. So it is emphatic pronoun. And in the sentence, he enjoyed himself, the emphasis is not placed on he himself. We did not say like that. He enjoyed himself. So here the emphasis is given on the object. So the importance is given to the object. So here it is reflexive pronoun. So if you see a subject and emphasis just after the subject, it is an emphatic pronoun. So how can you recognize just after the subject? If you see myself, himself, they themselves, she herself, okay, he himself, if you see any subject being followed by emphasis or reflexive pronoun, that is not reflexive. The emphasis is given on the same subject. It is emphatic pronoun. Okay? And in reflexive pronouns, the emphasis is always given on the object. Okay. So that is the difference. The dog, I'm giving some examples. The dog looked at itself in the mirror and growled angrily. So here the dog looked at itself. So the dog looked. So after the dog itself did not come. So here it is reflexive pronoun. The dog looked at itself. So we are giving emphasis on the object here. The dog looked at itself. Receiver of the action. We are focusing more on the receiver of the action. So it is a reflexive pronoun. Okay. Let us see one more sentence. The principal himself came out to address the students. In this sentence, the principal himself. So we are emphasizing the subject here. The subject is principal. So we are focusing more on the subject. So it is emphatic pronoun. So just after the subject, if you see if you see these pronouns like himself, herself, that is emphatic pronouns. Okay, he himself, that is emphatic. He helped himself. Any verb comes after the subject, and we discussed, we focused more on the object, that is reflexive pronoun. So I think you understood the difference. Okay, next. Possessive pronouns. So the last one is possessive pronouns. What are possessive pronouns? If you are talking about ownership, that is a possessiveness. Possessive pronouns. The pronouns that show possession or ownership, those pronouns are called possessive pronouns. Okay. And what is the difference between possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives? Both show ownership only. The possessive pronouns are used in the place of nouns, and the possessive adjectives describe nouns and are placed before them. Okay? just before the noun we place the possessive adjectives, and here in possessive pronouns they are used in the place of nouns. Here, see, this is your camera. So we are saying more about that possession of the camera. So it is an adjective. So we are describing that camera's ownership. So it is adjective. And this is, the camera is yours. So we are saying that instead of noun we are using it. So it is possessive pronoun. So that is the difference between possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives. Okay. So possessive adjectives describe the nouns and possessive pronouns are used instead of nouns. So that is the difference. So in possessive pronouns we use for first person mine. This book is mine. This book is yours. In singular we use mine and in plural we use ours. In second person we use yours for singular and plural. And in third person his, her, hers, his and hers we use. And in plural we use theirs. Okay? Yeah. The dictionary belongs to me. How can we change it into possessive pronoun? The dictionary is mine. Those medicines are for her. Okay? Like that. Those medicines are hers. They own the resort. It is they own the resort. How can we change it? See here. Those medicines are for her. So how can we change it into possessive pronoun? Those medicines are hers. Okay, next. These plants belong to you. These plants are yours. So the belong to you, we should remember, we should remove that and we should say these plants are yours. That is your pen. How can we change it? That pen is yours. That shirt belongs to me. The shirt is mine. This is my cake. This cake is mine. Okay? Now did you understand how we use words in possessive pronouns? Okay children, these are the explanation part of pronouns, and I will post you the answers for the given exercises in the group and school app also. So without fail, all of you note them down in your textbook and learn. Okay? We need to learn the letter. One letter is remaining. In school app I posted one word wrongly, that is it is not a letter to a friend, it is a letter to your father describing how you are enjoying in a hostel. Okay? How your life is in a hostel. So that I will tell you tomorrow. Okay children, that's all for today's class. Now learn these pronouns and write them neatly in your grammar textbook and complete your grammar textbooks. Okay children, bye.